CDC is looking into more than 450 cases of illnesses potentially linked to vaping, and at least 2 people have died. Dean Reynolds shows us one Illinois teen's near-death experience.
Adam became feverish, started vomiting, and was gasping for breath. His mother, Polly, drove him to the hospital where he went straight to intensive care.
It's probably every parent's nightmare, and we couldn't make Adam better.
Did you ever think that your son might die?
Yes, because we were told he would have.
Adam told us he'd been vaping for about 2 years to get the buzz from nicotine and then the high from marijuana.
Can you get a deep breath?
I can, but most of the time it ends up in a cough.
Do you regret this?
Of course, yeah. My lungs will never be the same.
This is what your x-ray looked like.
Adam's pulmonologist, Dr. Stephen Amesbury, worries that the current crisis may be only the beginning.
Do you have any doubt in your mind that vaping is responsible for this?
There doesn't seem to be anything else turning up in these cases. We look for the other potential causes, but we haven't been able to find anything else. And coincidentally, all these people have been vaping.
The number of vaping-related cases is surging. More than 1,800 lung injury cases now and 37 deaths nationwide. The first death was reported in August, and now, months later, health officials still do not know exactly what is behind this outbreak. In Georgia, vaping is thought to have caused one woman's death, but officials determining that officially determining that is proving very difficult. So let's bring in CNN chief medical correspondent Dr. Sanjay Gupta, who joins us with that story. What's the problem, Sanjay?
Well, I mean, this is a complicated investigation. Keep in mind, as much as we've talked about this, what we are talking about is basically a new mysterious illness and lots of different moving parts. We wanted to find out the same thing, you know, what specifically is making this take so long, but also see it from the perspective of a family who's dealing with tragedy that is now going through this, trying to get some answers.
She sent me a picture of her in the ER. She said, I'm on an IV, I have pneumonia.
Just as Mary Carey was admitted to the hospital, her daughter Maggie began hearing about an outbreak of a mysterious illness.
Doctors are reporting an uptick in the cases of severe lung disease, which they say could be caused by vaping.
And I texted her back. I said, I hope it's not the vaping disease. 2 days later, she had died.
Dr. Tom Karisny showed us her x-rays, which tell the story.
The thing that was out of the ordinary was how rapidly she deteriorated over the next 48 hours.
Just take a look at how much they changed. The one on the right is normal, clear. But the picture on the left shows lungs that are totally obliterated.
We call that whiteout. It's a bad sign. It basically means that air is not moving in the lungs at all.
In the current outbreak, more than 36 patients have died of vaping-related disease, and Mary Carey may be counted among them. But nearly 2 months after she died, the family still doesn't know for sure. It shows just how challenging it is to investigate a disease that we are seeing for the first time.
Are you hearing from the public health officials?
Yeah, we're hearing some from them, but it's just, you know, everybody in the different departments seems to have a different answer to these questions that were asked.
Sanjay, this family's still waiting to find out whether her death was caused by vaping or not, but why has this been so hard to determine?
You know, it's interesting. I think in part it's just a challenging medical investigation because this is a new illness. There are several different types of things that people vape, trying to put that together. But I do, John, give you a couple of points of context quickly. You know, e-cigarettes, these nicotine delivery devices, they've been around, you know, really since 2007, 12, 13 years now in this country. And we haven't heard of these mysterious illnesses before now. So what's happening is a relatively acute thing, and I think that's an important piece of context. Also, you know, so many of these illnesses and deaths seem to be related to THC cartridges, you know, cannabis cartridges. Problem, John, as you know, many states, this is illegal. So patient comes in, says, yes, I've been vaping, asked what they've been vaping. If they're in a state that's illegal, how likely are they to be forthcoming with this? Maybe, maybe not. But the point is that it just makes the investigation that much more challenging. In the end, it may not be one single thing that they're dealing with. It could be a variety of things. That makes the thing more challenging. But still, this is an acute phenomenon, John, that's happening.